You are from Jamaica,
Jamaica? Yes.
Jamaica,
Jamaica.
so how do you feel this time in this
It's
competition?
it's really awesome to be here at the World Masters Games. It's actually my first international games, and I've been having a lot of fun so far. I mean, I missed out on a medal in both the 100 and the 110 hurdles. I was fourth. I still feel great because still early in the season, and I know I haven't peaked as yet. I'm looking towards peaking end of the summer for the U.S. and the Canadian nationals, so I feel great. Yeah.
So do you still have another competition in this time?
Yes, I have the triple jump. That will be at 3:30 later on today.
Triple jump.
Triple jump, yes.
Okay, I would like to know what's your plan after these games?
So after the games, I will be, well, taking a short vacation. I'll be in Singapore for a couple of days and then South Korea. And then I'll be heading back to the US where I live and teach. And I will be getting ready for the US National Masters that will be in July.
Okay.
And also the Canadian National Masters, which will be in early August. So I will be shifting gear towards focusing on those.
Okay, so do you have time to do some side touring in Taiwan?
I plan to. So today is actually my last day of competition. Oh, I may do the relay Friday, but after that, next week I will be here as well until next week. Wednesday, I think I'm leaving. So Monday, Tuesday, I plan to do a few things. Yes.
Okay, thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. You have a good one.
Yeah.
The experience so far in Taiwan has been tremendous. But first of all, I must thank God because without Him, none of this would be possible. And I just want to say that the people here in Taiwan, they are super nice. My fellow competitors, I don't even feel like we're competing against each other because it's like we have become friends, and that's just super amazing. And I'm loving it so far. Thank you. My performances so far, I think I am pleased for the most part, with the exception of the 100 meters. I ran a solid first round. You know, I had more left in the tank and I still came up with a personal best. It was well executed. But then I went into the final and I made some mistakes. You know, the start was poor, the transition was poor. I was finishing very strong and then I started to lean too early. You know, I missed out on a medal by such a very small margin. But nonetheless, I am grateful. I came back and I did the hurdles, the 110, and I was okay. I finished fourth, but it's not something I train for. I'm not a hurdler. And then I came back in the triple jump where I won a bronze medal. Triple jump is not my event. And to come out with a medal, I am truly grateful. And so I am pleased with the performances so far, to be honest. Quite interesting that you asked that question, but no, I did not get any sponsorship from Jamaica. It was basically the sacrifices that I would have made to make this investment in myself. And I also had two family members and two friends who contributed something towards my expenses. And it helped a lot. And I am just so grateful. Even to get my gears was a challenge. A friend of mine who is a part of Jamaica Masters went down all the way from New York, and he was able to get me, my running gear. I didn't get any like warm up gears or anything like that, as J3 was quite busy preparing for Carifta and World Relays, and apparently Masters is not important to them. So that's pretty much the story. It's still pretty early in the season, and it's going to be a long season ahead. And I will be competing at the US National Masters Championship, and that's going to be in July, where I will do the 100 meters and the high jump. The high jump is like one of my favorite events, so I am really excited for that. And it's sad that I could not get to do it here, but I'm looking forward to it. And then I should be in Montreal in Canada for their national championship, and that's going to be in August, early August, where I will line up in the 200 meters and also the high jump. Who would be on my Jamaican mixed relay team? Past or present athlete, two males and two females. All right, so on the male side, I'm gonna go with Usain Bolt and Asafa Powell. You know, Usain Bolt is the greatest of all time, and Asafa is my favorite male athlete because back in 2004, when I was really invested in track and field, he was the one who, he was on top at the time. And then on the female side now for me, it's definitely Veronica Campbell Brown. And it would be a toss up between Elaine Thompson here and Shelley and Fraser Price, but definitely Veronica because she, again, is my favorite female athlete because in 2004, again, I watched her win that Olympic gold medal. That battle she had with Alice Fieldings. That was the first time I watched a Jamaican win a gold medal because, I've heard of others in the past, but that for me was the first time. And so it stayed with me. And I just love Veronica. I cannot count her out at a championship. Me, I tell you, she not go without a medal. The advice I would give to somebody now who wants to join Masters Athletics or whatever sport discipline they like is to start training and just put yourself out there and do it. Now, one thing I must tell you is that there's no money involved in Masters Athletics unless you do get a sponsor. But it's going to be more of your investment in yourself. But think about it. You get to travel, you get to meet wonderful people with similar mindset to you. And it's just a wonderful experience. And you're going to be forced to keep fit. And that is going to contribute towards your health. So think long term and not just for short term benefits. I think the Masters community, it's just a great thing to be a part of. And I love every bit of it. And so I would just tell them, get started. I started without even thinking about competing. And then here I am, competing at a World Masters Games. And so that would be my advice. Get started. It's fun. It's great. And even if you can't do a lot of championships, just do one for the year. Because you do take vacation sometimes. So do that as a vacation. You run and then you go and enjoy yourself. Right now I am here for the World Masters Games. And afterwards, I'm going to spend a few days in Singapore, a few days in South Korea, and that's not costing me a lot. And then I'll be heading back to my home. So it's a great thing to be a part of, and I would encourage anybody to join and be a part of it.